everyone, welcome back to No Man's Land for episode, I think we're on 32 now, of the NoTractorChallenge. And you see me sitting in a field, or in the telehandler in a field. Now the interesting thing is, I was just going to fertilise this off camera before I started recording, and that came into a bit of an interesting pickle. As you can see, the mini-map in the corner there is just all patchy and like it needs fertilising. The field, as you can kind of see if I drive out and zoom out a little bit, I tried fertilising it, but nothing changed on the map. And then I remembered, so let me just back up here for a minute, the reason it wasn't putting any fertiliser down, even though the thing was changing, the like ground texture. If we go in here and look at how soil information, it's outdated. So we need to do some soil samples, or in this case we are just going to purchase the samples because I am, cheap. So let's see, purchase them for £8 grand. Now I don't know if it was actually cheaper to do it manually. It might well be, because £8 grand, I think it's 50 monetary units per sample, and it's saying that's going to need 47, so yeah, that's was that 100? I thought it was 50 per. Yeah, but so it looks like we do actually save money if I'm working that out correctly. But yeah, because it's money for the service provider costs, I suppose. But yeah, let's do that. And oops, as you can see, that's all come up nice, and we are going to do the same with this one as well, because we do need it. And that one is slightly less. Yeah, we've got a little bit less field on it, I suppose. But yep, so all our samples are up to date. That cost us a pretty penny, well, like 15 grand. And now if I have it going in the correct direction, well, we can see on the map in the corner there, it is changing. That is absolutely fantastic. I was a little bit perturbed to begin with, but it does all make sense now. So yeah, I just wanted to show that really, because that's something I don't think many people have discussed or possibly even run into as a thing with precision farming. So yeah, that's interesting. You do have to keep your soil data current, or you won't be able to fertilise or anything. So yeah, just do keep that in mind. So yeah, basically I'm just going to whiz through and do the two grass fields, and we've got a soybean field that needs harvesting, and a what else? Oh, and our sorghum field, that is actually going to need weeding, so we get to run out with the good old John Deere sprayer and give it a little bit of a squirt with the old what's it tech? See and Spray. Yeah, I think it's See and Spray. Sense and Spray, something like that. But yeah, so I'll get these two grass fields done quick as I can with this, and we shall come back when we are probably doing the well, one of the other things. Because yeah, there's only so much time you want to spend watching me doing a field with the same spraying or harvesting or whatever. So yeah, and as it stands, we are going to need to feed the chickens again too. I did just remember that. So we probably need to buy some more fertiliser for this thing eventually as well. So many things I'm suddenly remembering that we have to do. Yes, so let's try and work this out. There we go. Okay, drive straight up the middle there. Lovely. Okay, so I'm not quite sure why this is overdone, or maybe that's because the data was running out the last time we put fertiliser down and we hit it with the slurry. That's interesting. Yeah, it could be that. Maybe we're going to have to get one of those nitrogen sensors to pop on the front of this, or on the front of the what's that big lorry thing. Yeah, that. And yeah, that might be something we have to do then. Get one of those sensors that we can pop on the front and try to do things a little bit more precise. I think you can, with that and the attachment that you get for the slurry spreaders itself, I think that will automatically manage the spread of the fertilizer, even in the case of slurry. For something like grass, at the very least, I'm hoping it's going to work like that. But that's something that future us can worry about doing, because right now we just need to get this little bit done and then head over to one of the fields to do something. So I shall catch up with you again in a little bit. Alrighty, we are back, just coming up to the end of our weed spraying session here. As you can see, the John Deere See and Spray technology that we've managed to install on this Cavernaland sprayer is doing really, really well. It has wiped out the weeds in that field. You can see all the manky remains of the weeds. I think that is everything, but we will just check the map quick to be safe. Because I know what will happen. I'll not check it and find a massive patch I've missed. Weirdly, it says I've missed some on the edges, but I'm not too worried about that. We've got the majority of them all knocked out, so that is, I think those are weeds anyway. Yeah. Now we've got the majority of it all knocked out, so that is cool. That's the one minor drawback with that, with precision farming in that respect, is there's no overlay for weeds on the mini-map, which is slightly annoying, I guess is the word. Because when you run precision farming for things like liming and fertilizing, obviously you get the mini-map display, but for herbiciding you don't. Now I know it might be a little bit more difficult to do because the thing is, weeds are not as standard as they used to be in sort of base game mode, or even not base game mode, but FS19. You don't get the even spread anymore, which is definitely a good thing. That I'm not complaining about at all. But yeah, it just kind of makes it a bit hard to see, because you don't have that that sort of visual reference, and a lot of the time the crops themselves, they kind of blend in the weeds do, or at least they do for me, but that's a colourblind issue most likely. And of course I don't think there's any nearby that I can find now, is there? Typical. Yeah, there's some around here somewhere. But anyway, let's head back and get the combine and start doing this field, because we need to get our soybeans done. In fact, how is our honey? I haven't had any messages pop up, but I never know if it does with some of this. Okay, honey's going along nicely. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was thinking about doing, was possibly buying a couple more of those auto-load Berkman trailers, because it might be handy to have something like that on the go for doing the stuff. What's the word? Oh yeah, for like picking up. Like we've got this one for the eggs. Maybe have one for the honey that we can just park over there, fill up every now and again, and yeah, and we could even use it for the other thing too if we needed. Let's climb up and in here. We are going to start the engine. I think, oh yeah, the header is on the floor there, which is fantastic. Oh, can't see anything out there. Well, here's our grain bin. Or whatever that thing is, tank on the back. Yes. So, let us pick this header up. And yeah, I was watching a really interesting video the other day of a real life farm somewhere in North America, and they had a new, I don't think it's available yet, it was Lexion 8700 I think. It's a Redneck Farms, if I remember right. They had this thing that's fantastic looking combine. It was like a brand new, possibly a test version of this class Lexion 8700. Something that's potentially going to rival the John Deere X9. That was a really cool video. If I think about it, I'll pop a link in the description for it. But yeah, it was just interesting seeing a little bit of possibly new farming equipment. But yeah, so we are doing our soybeans now. This is very exciting. In terms of where we are with the challenge, I think we'd talked about it last time, or one of the previous few times. We are pretty much just in the money-making phase now. We've got the animals done. We've sold more than enough eggs to complete that. Same with the productions aspect of it. We've got more than enough stuff out of the production sold, and with the sort of one that I designated as the one I wanted to actually sell for it to the bread, I think it was. But we do have some selling coming up in the not too distant future. We are in April at the minute, and it's not going to be until around about June, July sort of time. But we should have boards and furniture coming in, which is a good thing, because we will likely have to, in fact I'll hop out and check this in a second. It's a good place. Where is it now? Yeah, we are doing it quite well. In fact, I think we're about to hit capacity for storage in here. Let's have a look. It's not that, is it? It's this one. Yeah, we are almost at capacity for planks again, which is amazing. And we've got some loaded a bit peculiarly on this trailer here. So we'll likely get another 4 more pallets at the very least loaded up on that, and shipped off for selling at some point. Not this episode, but in the future we will be getting that done, because we would definitely need the money from that. And if I recall correctly, they do sell quite well. So let's have a quick squiz down here. Soybean, which we are harvesting at the minute, is coming up. That's in June. So this load that we're on at the minute, we are going to just plonk straight into the silo and save that for for June, or whenever the price comes up. We've got that other field, which I think has soybean in it as well, which will also hopefully come out at the right time that we can harvest it and sell it all at once. If not, we may sell like what we've got in storage at the best price, and then whatever else we've got, we'll just sell it when it's ready to harvest. I do have 1 or 2 sneaky plans as well for how to make a spot cash, besides just the basic selling of stuff that we've already got. But that we'll worry about at a later date. That is hasn't been finalised just yet, but that is something I'm sort of got in the works, as it were. A little bit of a strategic plan, if you will. So yeah, we are just going to head across this field. Obviously soybeans aren't the biggest of yields in terms of crops, but we're doing pretty good. We've got 4,500 litres already. That we'll be selling for potentially £2,000 a thing, so that's always good. Let's see, furniture. Well, we've got lettuces. They're not going to come in until next year, but yeah, planks and furniture are June and July. Those are looking pretty good as well. And something that did pop into my head not too long ago is the silage things that we've got going. The those 2 fermenting silos over there. What I might actually do is set them on to distributing, because hopefully that would distribute it to the biogas plant, In fact, let's do that now while I think about it, because otherwise I'll forget. So yeah, we've got silage in this one, so let's not sell, distribute. And we could do that with the other one as well. Distribute. So that should, in theory, send it to the power plant. Not power plant, the, what's it called? Well, yeah, I suppose technically it is a power plant, isn't it? The BGA. I'm just going to do another line down here quick, and then reverse it up and do that other long edge back there, because we are getting close to being full now. So, yeah. Check that, because I think it distributes it on the hour, but I'm not 100% sure. I hadn't meant to go quite that far up there. Let's have a quick look. Biogas. Here we go. Yeah, it's not sent any over there yet, so we shall see. Yeah, like I say, I think it's probably on the hour. Forwards, please. There we go. Yep, so that will just keep that ticking over, and we won't have to worry about it. I'm surprised I didn't think of that earlier. I was just constantly running it down there myself, and just doing that, and it's like, why? We've got that option there, so why not just do it like that? And that way we don't have to stop in between jobs to run a load of silage over there because the thing's empty. But we'll see. Once the time flicks over there on the top of the hour, we'll see. Go and have a look and see if it's distributed anything. So that should be good. Now, looking at how far we've done on this field, I'm guessing we are going to be. Let's see what we're going to be at for this. Probably 2.5 loads. That would be my guess, because this is 7,500 litres, I think, this. Yeah, I'd see us getting at least two full loads, and yeah, probably about a half a load. So I have to be careful, because I don't want to run over the crop like I did with that old sugar beet mess. I mean, it's not a mess, but you know what I mean. There we go. Back her up. Let me walk her out. Lovely. Let me run down here and grab the old lorry, get that thing unloaded, and at that point, there we go. Time has ticked over. I think we got a bit of money back from what was left in the biogas plant. I'm not sure. So while this is unloading, we'll have a look and see if it's transmuted any through universal osmosis or however it distributes stuff. Okay, there we go. That's the wrong button. But there's a JCB for sale. There you go. Where are we? So, yes, it has. That's handy. Okay. I wonder what else we can do to feed that with stuff. But what that does do is give me an idea for some other processes we can perhaps get going. So yeah, I think we used all the sugar beet we had. But yeah, so that has dropped down. Yeah, so every hour. Oh, that's going to be perfect then. Obviously this one, the standard silage factory, is a bit slow at making it, but the Hessian one, that's perfect. That can just keep chunking away and feeding itself, and we shall get a constant flow of money. How awesome is that? Okay, well, with that in mind, I'm going to continue doing this field, or in fact reversing away from it. I think this harvester is scared of beans. But yeah, in terms of future stuff, we are potentially buying another plot of land because I'd like to use that sugar beet harvester again at some point. So what we might do is buy a piece of land, potentially pop a sugar beet placeable on there, if there is one, that like processes and or chops the sugar beet, maybe. Something like that. That way we could set that up just to wang it straight across to the thing over there, the biogas plant. That would be handy. What else? We've got a bit more forestry we could get on with doing, I suppose. We've still got tons of trees that just the ones that we planted. So we could cut them up and take them over to the thing there, get some planks on the go. We'll definitely be selling all that come next month. So just trying to make a plan of action for what we are going to do. And it really depends, because fields-wise, there's quite a lot of option. I mean, obviously it'd be nice to get something kind of where we are, so that we don't have to drive halfway across the map to it. But let's have a quick look here. So yeah, we have 33 and 34. So I'm kind of thinking maybe going out to 32, because we've got this big section up here. We could make like one big long field down there, or a fat field up here that's kind of like the same as that one, or even merge that into one humongo field. That's got potential too. So that's something to ponder. Yeah, we maybe could do that. And then possibly do the same, get this one and or get this one up here and extend that field a bit. That's a possibility. And I was keeping an eye on the map there, so I saw we were getting to the end. Did not want to run into my lorry. Okay. Let's just go down the middle. Why not? Yeah, so this will get harvested. Just trying to think of what else we're actually going to do today. This, in fact, yeah, let's just have a short episode for once. That'd be cool. Yeah, so after this, we'll just have to re-prep this field, probably with straw, something like that. Oh, not straw, but maybe wheat or barley or something. That way we can get the seed production cranking up with some more stuff, because we can use that as a source of income as well. So yeah, we'll probably put, I think it's barley in here that we're going to need next. In fact, I'll have a look when we get to the end of this row, because otherwise I'll forget. And if it's barley, that means we can use our direct drill and just go straight over the top of this, which will be lovely. So let's have a look. Might as well go down this way now since I've already started. Seeds, there we go. Yeah, barley is 23. 27 rather. Wheat is 23, that's 27. Okay, and how much do we have in stock of any of that? Okay, we've got some wheat. Oh, we've got some barley. It's only sorghum that we needed. Okay. Well then, yeah, so looking at the size of our fields, I think those two are about the same size, so we'll probably put barley in this one. Yeah, we'll just put barley in this one, and then do wheat in the one where the sorghum is later on. Or, I'm not even, yeah, because the other one's soybean, isn't it? Yep, and we'll just get everything sorted for that, and see where we go. We can plug on along. So yeah, with that in mind, I shall continue on harvesting this here, and get this field flipped over, and see you again on the next one. So yeah, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like, and do consider hitting the old subscribe button there too if you haven't already. Comments, they are always welcome, and if you'd like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, like I say, I do hope you've all enjoyed it. If you haven't already, do please check out Mr. P Gaming's Live House, Worco Entertainment, Rusty Money Gaming, and Heavy Metal Gaming. They are all doing this challenge as well, and this challenge was put out by Worco Entertainment. So definitely check him out and give him a thumbs up and a subscribe, and have a look at what he's doing over there, and the other guys too. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to continue on with this, get this field turned and sorted, and see you next time on the No Tractor Challenge. Cheerio everyone.